Hello, it's Thursday. Yeah, I took Wednesday off. Does anybody else make a video every day in the VC? I don't think so. So have to take a break every now and then. It is the 3rd of April. Cheers. Right away, folks, I want to just say on behalf of my sister Stephanie that she is still trying to raise money to keep from being foreclosed on. I'll leave a link to an updated video from her. Don't know what to say. Well, I will say, because that's partly why I didn't make a video yesterday. So, I was just letting my depression flow yesterday. I'm not depressed because of personal things. I'm depressed because of the world. And when I get lost in what I'm doing, in the moment, I'm fine. But when I look outside my window, quite literally, I get depressed. The world's in a hell of a state right now. It's not going to improve either. It's going to get worse while I'm alive. That depresses me. People who come along and say things like, "Oh, don't give up hope," or "It'll get better." It doesn't help me because I know what you're saying isn't true. So, this isn't the most positive way to start the video, but it's where I'm at. And this is the best way to live, is to just be honest, to be what you are. So that's why I didn't make a video yesterday. I couldn't, I didn't want to talk. And today, I'll share a little bit of music, but I needed to explain that's what's going on. If I didn't say it, I'll say it again. My sister Stephanie is still in dire straits regarding foreclosure, and she still needs our help. So I'll leave a link to her GoFundMe page. If you have anything to spare, she needs it. And yeah, there's a monster in the White House. There's a monster in the White House. Let's see what happens. Well, we're seeing what happens. But the tariffs that are coming down ain't going to be good, people. It's not. To move on to music, I misspoke. I don't know how I didn't see these, but Zone of Tones, these are on Jim's Bandcamp page, and when I went and looked, well, there they are. How come I didn't see them the first time? Get these, people. It's only 25 of each. He did the limited edition 50 copies, where I do the 100 of the Wallet Lights. I may have to think about just doing 50 because I have a bunch. This is sold out. I don't have a bunch of these, but I have more of these Aspects of the Imagined. I sure do. I was playing this because I have a video from this CD called Break It. And when I was looking it up, it was 7 years ago when this happened. And watch the video, Break It. It's in my music videos playlist. Aaron did a real nice job for me. So I can show a little bit of music, but what have I been doing? Practicing. And it's interesting that I'm practicing so much because I realize, or I understand that the main person who cares about how I do is me. Nobody else knows what I'm going through. My music doesn't mean what it means to me to anyone else, much as I wish it would. Some people let me know that it does, but at the same time, it's good for me mentally because I've been playing bass. I'm going to be playing a bunch of bass on next Friday on these tracks. I'm going to be playing several pieces from these recent CD releases because I haven't done that. I haven't been presenting them. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And thankfully, the music endeavors are helping me to stay sane because I look at the world and it's like I just shake my head. Am I repeating myself? This is another reason why I take breaks. I don't think there's anyone else in the VC that makes a video every day, is there? Was there ever a time? Seems to me there was a time when there was a whole lot of daily vinyl community activity. I don't know now because I don't look for all the vinyl community videos, although I get, I do watch them and I get in my feed to watch, so taking a day off every now and then is no big deal, right? Okay, so when it comes to night listens, these last few nights have been back to me listening to primarily mixes of what I'm working on. And this new piece of mine, which it's my intention to present it live next Friday at Grapefruit, a symphony of sound. Literally composing it and remembering where the sounds are on the keyboard, because each note is not a note; it's a sample, and carefully chosen, to create this larger picture in my mind, anyway. So I'm looking forward to doing it, to presenting it. But to the night listens, I've had a couple of busts. In other words, stuff that I found that's like, nah, this is no good. But this is good, but it's not. It's too middle of the road for me. David Lanz, World Class Sacred Road. Excuse me. He is a name that is known in the circles of New Age. David Lanz. You all know that name. I've heard him on Hearts of Space a lot. He's a keyboardist, pianist, and this music is real middle of the road. It's like seems like it's trying really hard to not offend anyone, and therefore it's not very interesting. He plays beautifully, but it's just so-so. It's just so-so. I need to turn this heat down. I just got up. It's 9:24. I slept in a little bit this morning. But like I say, the way I do this is it's one of the first things I do in the morning once I get up to make my coffee and open the house. So yeah, this was like, I wouldn't recommend this unless that's the sort of thing that you're looking for. There's obviously an audience for it. I am not it. I am not that audience. I had mentioned this the other day, and I listened to it last night. This is good. Brian Chatton, Spellbound. He was in some band or something. Let me see if I can look him up real quick. It's kind of soundtrack like. Come on. That's it. Yeah, he was in Flaming Youth with Phil Collins. I knew this name. He was also in the band Snafu and Jackson Heights. I knew the name was familiar to me. So this is instrumental. And he talks about the power of computer music on the back. This was good. I knew the name was familiar. Brian Chatton was in Flaming Youth with Phil Collins back before Genesis happened. This is good. Spellbound. And then one more. Lovely. Another innovative communication release. Software. Cave, I've got a few of theirs. And they are just they're on the border of being background music. But they're good. This is, they're good at what they do. And so you just hang with it. And one track will be kind of light and inconsequential, and then they'll play something really beautiful. Software, Cave. Those are the night listens besides me listening to myself, which, it was interesting. I was kind of reflecting for a minute on when I was sick weeks ago, for a couple of weeks, and I was bedridden, and how that was a weird, but in a way, I had a nostalgic memory of not the sickness, but laying in the bed, listening to music, looking at the sunlight I mentioned this in the video, looking at the sunlight through the curtains in the window. And memories are like that. Some memories are like that. They'll become sweet. Not the sickness, but just the experience of laying there and just taking in the beauty of the moment, the simplicity of the beauty of the moment. I repeat myself a lot, but I do it on purpose. I am so thankful to be still in touch with the beauty of simplicity and the simple things in life. That way I can have good days. I don't stay stuck in depression. It flows in waves, and I just swim through the waves until a clearing comes. Feeling fine today. Don't have much to show that I've actually been playing, because I've really been focused on rehearsal. Then I watched more. Okay, so since movies don't keep my interest, I like to watch the TV. So the latest thing that I glommed onto for a while, and I'm done now, is because the channels, they repeat stuff and they stretch, so they have more content. It'll look like this is going to be something different, and it's the same content with a different title. And so I'd been watching old money documentaries and golden age icons, where they're telling old stories about Hollywood and yeah, I'm just looking to see. Yeah, just old. So that's been the latest thing. But what do I listen to? This is old, but it still kicks. Meat Beat Manifesto. Jack Dangers, as a producer, figured it out. He figured out how to make beats that stand the test of time. This is old. This is 2002, 23 years ago. Man, where does the time go? RUOK. Beat-based, sample-based, but it holds up. I really enjoyed two sides of this yesterday. Meat Beat Manifesto. The other thing that I played yesterday, then I have one from the day before. Really enjoyed this. I have two of their albums. This sounds better to me now than ever. Giant Crab. A giant crab comes forth. This goes back to about 1968. This was a soul band that took on psychedelic trappings because of the times. But you can hear they're like the Young Rascals, really. And they play that well. Pardon me. This is really good. The writing on the back really is meaningless. It's just some hype, trying to hype you into listening to the album. Lydia Purple. I don't know if they made that as a single, but when I was listening to it, I said, this could have been like a Incense and Peppermints, like Strawberry Alarm Clock. This could have been a hit. It didn't get promoted. And then a few days ago, this was one where I showed you those records out of the seas, and the Mike Cohen and the Linda Cohen, those are going to get traded. It's like when I bought those, I remember now when I bought those and what was going on, and it's like they're decent records. The Linda Cohen is acoustic guitar. The other one is jazz rock, but inconsequential. So those are up for trade. Here's one where I thought maybe I'd be trading it, but this is pretty good, actually. Sam Morrison, Dune. Another one of those inner city licensees. Looks like it originally came out in Japan on East West. And this is jazz rock. Some of it is on the light side, but mostly this is pretty nice. Ryo Kawasaki on guitar is a name that you might know. Al Foster on drums, okay? Buster Williams on bass. So once again, the content is pretty good, but it's the playing that saves it, because as I listen to it, and it's like, okay, this is warming up. Okay, this is good. This is good. Sam Morrison, Dune. And then in the comments recently, someone made a comment that I like, and I want to just look it up before I go, because I got to go. He said something to the effect of, Dereck, you are a secret door to another dimension in music. I like that. It's very true. There's too much good stuff that you're not hearing about. That's what I got for you folks today. Help my sister out.